Now, as far as my extended absence, I mentioned in the reveal that I would say something about it. I had meant to do some really awesome videos from Deals Gap, and I was up there for about a week and a half. I took a couple of pictures and did a little filming on Tuesday of the meetup. Was Monday through Friday. Well, on Tuesday I did a little bit, but I was gonna put a whole bunch of stuff together and make a really kick-ass intro for the bike, right? Hey, it's me. Well, Ike, who is the leader and chief organizer of the event, was hit by a truck on the Dragon. There was an 18-wheeler, or actually it was a hot shot. But anyway, I think it was a hot shot, whatever. It was running through the Dragon and had, like they have to do, crossed the center line and was blocking off the entire road. And Ike hit the back of the trailer and went down real hard, broke his leg and shattered his leg and fucked up his ribs real bad and all this shit. Well, we heard about it while me and a couple of guys were eating breakfast, and a lot of people took off and went up there to check it out, but I was still dealing with the fallout from my wreck. And last year a guy ran off the road and died out there who was part of our group, and so his memory was kind of haunting me a little bit, and I just decided I didn't want to go up there and deal with it, you know. Well, about about an hour after the wreck, most of the group starts coming back, and they find out that, okay, Ike's gonna go to this hospital, and they're gonna life flight him out there. And some people were getting some stuff to go up to the hospital with him, but he's gonna be in the ICU, and only families allowed in there. His fiance wasn't even gonna be allowed in there. But about 4 of us decided that we're useless as far as the hospital and all that's concerned, and there's nothing to do at the hotel but sit there and feel sorry for yourself and feel sorry for everything that's going on, you know, just sit there and mope around. And we decided that Ike would prefer us to carry on with our plans for the day and go ahead and go out and ride, and so we did. And it was just, you know, he's going to the hospital. Well, 2 hours into the ride, we're sitting up at the top of the Cherahalla Skyway, and we pull off to me and the guy that were riding up front. We're going a little faster than the other two, and we decided to pull off and wait for them. And when we got off the bikes, our phones had rang, and one of the people back at the hotel had called, and all they said was, you know, just send me a text message, said, you know, call me back now. Well, my phone didn't get signal, but the other guys did, so he called her, and she told us that I didn't survive the ambulance ride. And everybody was torn up about it, as usual, you know, as you would expect. Well, we sat there for a few minutes debating what we were going to do, and we said there's still nothing that we can do. And a couple of us were pretty damn hungry, and we were on our way to lunch anyway. So we dealt with everything in about 20 minutes and then hit the road and kept on going, you know. It was not easy, and you had to put it behind you to a certain extent just because of where we are and what we're doing. And it's like, you know, you can't be riding this road thinking and daydreaming about shit. And that's exactly what I was doing, and the guy who was riding behind me, Joe, told me that he could see me thinking my way down the hill all the way into Tellico Plains. And I was all over the road, braking way too late into corners and hitting them too hot and all that bad shit, and it just wasn't good. But the mood lightened up a fair bit over lunch, and some people were cracking jokes and all that, and we kind of moved on a bit because we had to. Well, we head back up to the hotel, and just kind of hung out there for the rest of the night. And, you know, it was not a very good day by any stretch. And for the rest of the trip, I just honestly could not have cared less about filming stuff. And, yeah, I mean, it just wasn't important. It didn't matter. So I get back to Houston, and I've got no video. I think I took 4 pictures on the entire trip. That's okay though. I'll be back, I'm sure. But yeah, so I had this big awesome reveal planned, and I was going to use 2 or 3 people to help with like 5, 6 different cameras and a bunch of angles and shit. But it just wasn't in the cards. And it took me a pretty good while once I got back to Houston to finish the whole grieving process and get to where I could even talk about it. I really couldn't talk about it at all for quite a while.